shine. She's a part of the assembly line. She's making history, working for victory. Rosie the Riveter keeps a sharp lookout for sabotage. Sitting up there on the fuselage, that little frail can do more than a male can do. Rosie the Riveter.
Today, we are specifically honoring the women, Rosies. These women played such a significant role in what happened here in the United States. The work these women did not only led to the successful conclusion of that war, but also showed the nation and the world the abilities women have to do anything. I have the honor today of naming off a whole bunch of women, that are here today that are original Rosies from World War II. And for those of you that are here, if you are able to, please stand when I name off your name, and everybody, please hold your applause because it's going to take a while for me to get through this list. But for those of you that are here, please stand or wave when your name is called. So this is a long list. It's amazing how many of them are still here, and I'm so proud to be able to recognize all of you. Sheena Franco, she's 89 years old, office worker at the Army facility near Mare Island. Marion Wynn, 90, welder at the Kaiser Shipyard number 3 here in Richmond. Myrtle Braxton, 89 and 11 months. Worked at Social Security in San Francisco. Vera Keene, 93, welder, Kaiser Shipyards and Mare Island. Patricia Dork, 91, welder, Kaiser Shipyard, Vancouver, Washington, and worked in Cleveland at Swayze Aircraft and Warner and Swayze Aircraft. Okay. Marion Suzay, 91, draftsman, Kaiser Shipyard number 3, Richmond. Edna Rowe, 93, superintendent's office, Kaiser Shipyard number 1, Richmond. Christine Horvath, 92, munitions factory worker, painting bombs, Camden, Arkansas. Dorothy Finger, 92, worked at the Union Oil Refinery. Ann Steppen, 93, dock worker, shipyard number 3, checked-in deliveries. June Greenwood, 93, secretary, Lockheed Martin, Burbank, California. Mary Bianchini Highfill, 93, worked in the asphalt division, Standard Oil Company, now Chevron, Richmond. This is the cool part about this, I gotta tell you. Elizabeth Melberg, 93, a bucker, a riveter, and finished as an office clerk at Boeing Aircraft, Seattle, Washington. Pat Jeffrey, 93, office worker at Berkeley Radiation Lab. Betty Coates, 93, draftsman, United Engineering, Alameda. Yvonne Rose, 93, office worker at Outfitting Dock, Yard number 4. Vita Fota, sewing Navy uniforms by day, working for the Red Cross nights and weekends, Binghamton, New York. Elizabeth Tate, 94, machinist, Puget Sound Naval Shipyard, Bremerton, Washington. Jessica Santos, 94, journeyman welder, Kaiser Shipyard number 2, Richmond. Mary Torres, 94, journeyman welder, Moores Shipyard, Oakland. Carmelita Kakar, armed and repaired airplanes at McClellan Air Force Base in Sacramento. Olga Moss, 94, welder, Kaiser Shipyard, Richmond. Ernestine Ween, 89, worked in an agricultural field, Woodland, California. Marian Hernandez, 95, welder, Kaiser Shipyard number 1, Richmond. Phyllis Gould, 95, journeyman welder, prefab, Kaiser Shipyard number 2, Richmond. Evelyn Nyberg, 95, welder, California Shipyard Corporation, Wilmington, California. Verla Ostlund, 95, welder, Marin Ship, Sausalito, California. Rosella Jackson, 96, welder, Kaiser Shipyard number 2. Mildred Dornan, 96, payroll and personnel at the A-22nd Army Depot, Maywood, California. And her highlight was issuing performance checks to Hollywood stars. And I would like to make a mention before this. Again, we are honoring Rosies, but we use that term as a general term to talk about all of the World War II workers. And so our next person is Robert Hines, 97. He made the launching ways at Moores Shipyard. He made military boats at a private boatyard in Richmond, and then he joined the Army, working the San Francisco Bay as a tugboat and fireboat captain. Priscilla Elder, 97, electrician and issued tools in the tool shed, Kaiser Shipyard number 3, Richmond. Agnes Moore, 97, journeyman welder, Kaiser Shipyard number 3, Richmond. Mary J. Fieros, 97, riveter on Douglas Aircraft, Santa Monica, California. Primetta Jacopini, 101. She made, excuse me. Primetta made ball bearings at New Departure, a subdivision of GM in Bristol, Connecticut. And then last but not least, Josephine Lyko, 102 and a half. Kaiser Shipyard number 3, Richmond, IBM office checking Yard 3's daily expenses. And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, I'd like to invite up another musical group, Emma's Revolution.
We have plowed, we have planted, we have gathered into barns, done the same work as the men, with babies in our arms. But you won't find our story in most history books you read. We were there, we're still here, fighting for the things we need. We were there in the factories, we were there in the mills, we were there in
Rosies having to leave those skilled trades at the end of the war. They represent some of this country's first glass ceiling breakers. So thank you. And I can honestly say that many of us would not be in the positions we're in today without you as our role models and examples. There are many people that made this park possible and this story to be told. And first off, I want to do a shout out to Ypsilanti, Michigan. They were the first ones to set up this thing of this setting the Guinness Book of the World Records for the largest number of people dressed up as Rosie the Riveter back in 2014. And we've had a very friendly rivalry across the country trying to get the story out about what Rosies did and that whole history of that part of our nation's history. So thank you very much for being here. I would now like to ask U.S. Congressman Mark Desaulniers to say a few words.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. And how about if we give a big, huge Richmond cheer for the America's Best Idea, the National Park Service. So I want to acknowledge our friends from Michigan. For those of you who were here last year, my very dear friend who represents that portion of Michigan, Debbie Dingle, we did a video for her, and she was very appreciative. So I was going to see if we could do it again. So if you remember last time, we said on the count of 3, Richmond Rosies rule. We're going to do a second part to show our appreciation for our friends in Michigan at Willow Run. But let's try first, and I'm going to video this, so I'm going to send it to her in a few minutes. All right, on 3, we're going to do it 3 times. And it's Richmond Rosies rule for all these beautiful women up in the front. So let's say it loud enough so they can hear it in Michigan. Wait a minute, I'm technologically challenged. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Richmond! Rosies rule! Richmond Rosies rule! Richmond Rosies rule! Awesome! All right, to send them all a message of how much we appreciate this, and we love the competition, but we appreciate everything that those women did at Willow Run at the same time that these women did here in Richmond. So on 3 times, we're going to say, Richmond loves Willow Run. Got it? See? You send this message back to Representative Dingle. She was so mad at me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Richmond loves Willow Run! Richmond loves Willow Run! Richmond loves Willow Run! Thank you. Awesome. But since you're so enthusiastic, we'll do one more. If you just do indulgence for me. We're going to say, Richmond loves Debbie Dingle 3 times. This will really help me with my relationships with my colleagues. It'll pay off for Contra Costa. So on 3, we're going to say, Richmond loves Debbie Dingle. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Richmond loves Debbie Dingle! Richmond loves Thank you. Hopefully I'm forgiven. And just lastly, let me just tell you how important it is, particularly today, for us to be here, to celebrate diversity, to celebrate what happened here, what happened when we bring people together. But today, unfortunately, there are people in other parts of the country who bring out the very worst in human nature. We here in Richmond celebrate the best in human nature. We're still better together.
Thank you, Congressman. At this point, I'd like to have Tom Budd, Mayor of the City of Richmond, say a few words on behalf of the city.
Okay, folks, this is your official welcome to Richmond. One thing I don't think everybody here is from Richmond, so if you're not from Richmond, I want you to raise your hand and holler, okay? All right. So we're glad to have you visit here today. If you don't know it, there's an app on your smartphone called the Richmond app, and if you pull it up, it'll give you a list of all kinds of restaurants and brew houses and other places you can go and get a big discount as long as you're in your Rosie costume. So pull that up. While you're here in Richmond, be sure and spend some money, okay? So this is the 17th year of Rosie the Riveter World War II Homefront National Historical Park. And the third year of the Richmond Rally. And this is really getting to be quite something. You know, when I first walked in, a woman said, you know, I don't recognize you. You don't look the same. And I said, you know, we all look the same today. And another thing I'd like to do, I know she was the last one to be introduced, but over here is Josephine Lico. And when she was 100 years old, she came to the Richmond City Council meeting, and we gave her a proclamation. And so now it's 2.5 years later, and she's 102 going on 103. So let's hear it for Josephine. So we'll see you back here next year, Josephine. Okay, well with that, let's get on with the party.
Last but certainly not least, we have Leanne Babcock with the United States Air Force, representing women veterans in America.
Wow, take a look around, and all the women in the front row helped make this possible for me, 14-year Air Force veteran. I currently serve down at Travis Air Force Base. Thank you. This is the coveralls that I wore for 5 years as a tactical vehicle mechanic when I was enlisted. So they're a little snugger than they were back then, but. I am a top 25 finalist for Miss Veteran America. It's comprised of, wow, thanks. Come say hi to me after the count. And say hi to all of our Rosies as well. Top 25 finalists, which means that I'm out here advocating not only for women like you in the front rows, but the women that are going to come after us, and also homeless women veterans. So that's what I'm here helping to advocate for. And this is my persona that I use for my campaign. It's the Rosie, to help honor all the women that came before us. So thank you for the opportunity. This national park is amazing. I first visited it about 3 weeks ago, and I look forward to volunteering in the future. And we can do it, and we did do it.
So we have finished the count. Woo! And we still hold the record. At 2,229. So we did it. And now it's up to Michigan to see if we can do it again. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming. I want to remind everybody, please, just in a couple minutes, the doors will open and you can head on down to the Homefront Festival. We have a stilt walker and a samba band that will lead you down to the Homefront Festival, where there are tremendous things to be done down there. And have a wonderful day. Get out to see other parts of Richmond and other parts of this wonderful park. Thank you very much for coming.
All the day long, whether rain or shine, she's a part of the assembly line. She's making history, working for victory. Rosie the Riveter keeps a sharp lookout for sabotage, sitting up there on the fuselage. That little frail can do more than a male can do. Rosie the Riveter. Lookout for sabotage, sitting up there on the fuselage. That little frail can do more than a male can do. Rosie the Riveter. Rosie, working on assembly line.